This is my audience. Hello, my name is Jennifer Zavalny, and today I'm going to be talking to you about which horse breed would be better for a gaming contest, the quarter horse or thoroughbred. Alright, imagine this. Close your eyes. You're on a 1,500-pound animal. Your name has been called over the loudspeaker. You have a rush of adrenaline going through you. Your horse does the same thing. You're going into the chute to go into the arena. When you're ready, you lean on the horse's neck and you kick him forward. You're going as fast as you can to the first barrel. You round that barrel. You go to the second barrel, but you hit it with your knee. You look back, it didn't fall. You're good. You go to the third barrel, and as soon as you're going around that one, you're going back home as fast as you can. When you stop your horse, you can breathe. You open your eyes, and you're very excited and happy. You had a clean, successful run. I'm going to be comparing 3 different traits that's important in the gaming horses: how tall they are, their muscle structure, and how controllable they are. That does vary from horse to horse, but the horse breeds have different temperaments. What is gaming? Gaming is barrel racing, pole bending, Texas barrels, that's me that way. And it's just speed events. You have to complete a pattern. The fastest person wins. If you knock down a barrel, 5 seconds are added to your time. If you knock down a pole, 2 seconds are added. It makes a big difference. These are the patterns for each of them. The barrel racing pattern is a cloverleaf pattern. You just go around the first barrel, go around the second one, and around the third one, and come home. Pole bending is very complicated. You run past all the poles, you weave in and out of the poles, you turn around and weave again, and then run back home. Each of the poles are 21 feet apart, which seems like a big difference, or big distance. It's really not. When you're going at full gallop, it's not. And then this is Texas barrels. They call it straightaway barrels somewhere else. It's all the same thing. You just weave through the barrels and weave back. Massilla Myers states that a barrel horse is an athlete, that they use every muscle in their body to run and turn. So it's very important to make sure you know how tall they are, make sure it's a good height, make sure they're controllable, and if they have good muscle structure for strength. We're going to start with quarter horse. VetMed.com states that quarter horses usually stand between 14.3 and 16 hands tall. Hand is a measurement of 4 inches. We usually use our hands to measure it, or we have our special tape. This is a shorter horse. It's got shorter legs, and it's good for getting into tight places. For the pole bending, you don't want a very long stride so that you can turn in and out easier. And the muscle structure. Quarter horses are very bulky and thick, as you can see over there. Not all quarter horses are bulky and thick. This is my horse. She's bulky a little bit, but it's just enough to have the power. She's got a lean amount. The bulk can get in the way, make it a slower horse. So you want to look for a little bit of bulk for the speed and power, and then leanness so that they can move around easier. Quarter horses have a better temperament. They're easier to control, easier to train, they're calmer, and that's a good thing in a horse. You don't want them to be rearing if you're trying to get into the gate. That's not good. But of course it does vary from horse to horse. This is a thoroughbred horse. Catherine Dickshaw, a horse expert, says that thoroughbreds range from 15 to 17 hands in height. That's a very tall horse. Because of their height, they have a very long stride, which is why they're race horses. That long stride can get in the way. If you're trying to get into a tight space in between poles, they may not be able to shorten the stride up to get around the pole, and you might end up knocking the pole down, which hurts. Their muscle structure is very lean. They have muscle, they're strong, but it's a lean type of muscle. It doesn't really get in the way so that they can stretch out a little bit. They do have a powerful hind end though, and that's very important for gaming because you have to slow down real fast and then speed up real fast again. They are a hyper type of horse. That's hence the racehorse. They love to run. That's the best thing they're for, really, is running. Turning around things is a little bit hard because they're, again, they're very long legs. So compare the thoroughbred and the quarter horse. The big, bulky quarter horse, or well, small actually compared to the thoroughbred, but the bulk of the quarter horse and the height of the thoroughbred. You can see standing next to these two people, her head is at his back and her head's above the back. That makes a big difference. So the height, the muscle structure, and the control is very important for a gaining horse. I told you the good and bad about both the quarter horse and the thoroughbred horse. But in my opinion, I believe that the quarter horse is the better horse for gaining because you have enough power to get around the barrels. They're short enough so you can get into tighter places, and they have a better temperament for control so they don't get too excited and run out the window when you don't want them to.